talk to the team as you told me in the previous class about the extra class problem. So I discussed with them. So thereby, like extra class, it's better that if it gets scheduled about like 1 or 2 weeks before the exam. Okay, na? Because in order to absorb the concepts, it will take time. Okay, na? Like suppose.
That teacher, Sanya ma'am, I couldn't understand much because I've read it only from you. You only taught us. So, sir, if you would be attended the lecture class, sir, it might have been good, sir.
Okay, okay. Anyways, basically the thing is now, look, what I say for everyone, I say for every student this thing that it is important. The first thing, it is important for a student to be consistent in the class. Okay, no? That is first thing.
And sir,
The-
I wanted to ask, sir, there is a
Hmm.
science Olympiad. So, sir, should I give my name for it?
Yeah, definitely you should be giving your name. In fact,
Okay, sir.
every student should be participating in such competitive exams. Okay, no? If there's a science Olympiad or if like SOF is there,
I
or
have the book. So, sir, I might need some extra classes because it's in November.
okay, if there will be a requirement of extra class, then it will be scheduled for you. Okay, now all of you turn
Okay,
your
sir.
cameras on in the class. Yes, Razan, everyone good? Okay, Suleiman, your exam is on 26th now, right? Okay, and Razan, your exam is
Yes.
on 6th of October. So you two guys, your exams are left. Fatima hasn't joined yet. Fatima's exam is also left. And as you guys know, right now the revision is going on in the batch. Okay, now after the exam, only new chapters will be taken up. Okay. Also, meanwhile, if anyone feels like they require some extra class for any chapters, you can let me know. Do let me know if you guys would be requiring extra class for any specific chapter. All right. Razan, any update regarding your syllabus? The team told me they still haven't got your syllabus.
No, sir, I didn't get.
We haven't got it. Okay. The moment you get it, share it with them. Okay, na? So we are going to start the class with some questions. We are going to practice these questions. Okay. And then we will take up some topics. Might discuss a chapter today. Okay, now the chapter that is going to be there in your exams, guys. All right.
Sir, are you doing the revision for the rest of the children here? Rest of the students?
You are doing revision for the,
Sir, rest of the students.
yeah, for like the revision is going for like you are done with the exam, but there are
Hmm.
students whose exam hasn't been held yet. Okay, na. So I thought it's
So,
better
by
to
the way, in
revision
my
right now.
school, physical and chemical changes has been started.
It has been started. Okay, that's good. Okay, in the chapter, by the way, we have in the batch we have done that. Okay,
Oh,
guys,
yes,
let's.
I know, sir, but I was absent at that time because of exams.
Okay, okay, no issues. It will be covered. Yeah, a solution turns phenolphthalein pink. What is the nature of the solution, guys?
Sir,
Phenolphthalein.
it's sir
Hmm.
basic.
Okay, what about others? What do you guys think?
Basic.
Basic. Suleiman, you also agree with the answer or have you a different answer? Yes, Suleiman, are you also saying basic or are you saying a different answer? Yeah,
Sir, I'm saying basic.
basic. Very good, guys. Okay, no? Okay, so phenolphthalein, is it a synthetic indicator or a natural indicator, guys?
So it's a
It's a synthetic indicator.
synthetic
Very good.
indicator.
Okay. And what is the color of this indicator? It is, does it
Sir,
have any
purple.
color? No. Litmus
Sir,
paper
it's
is
sir,
purple.
sir, it doesn't have any color.
Hmm. Right, Razan
Yes.
and Suleiman, you guys getting it? So it is colorless. Okay, no? So its natural color is like it doesn't have any color. Okay. Also, in the acidic and neutral substances, it will remain colorless. Okay.
Yes.
All right. Now you guys have to write the chemical formula of the ash that is formed when magnesium burns in oxygen. We did learn about in the chapter physical and chemical change. Razan and Suleiman, if you guys were there, like Aman, you is saying that he was there.
Yes, sir. Yes,
So
sir.
you guys would recall that we have a magnesium ribbon, and if you were to burn it, when you will be burning it, it gives burns with a dazzling light. Now, first of all, we know that it gives a very bright white light. Okay, so it would be burning with a dazzling light. Okay, So that is your magnesium, and it burns in the presence of oxygen. No? So after the reaction
Yes.
has taken place between the magnesium and oxygen, thereby a white powder is formed that you collect on a china dish. You can collect it. Yeah, you guys tell me what is that substance? What is that
Sir,
substance?
sir, what are you asking, sir? What is?
Um. Okay. Would you like me to repeat the question?
No, sir. I just wanted to ask, sir, are you on the second question right now?
Second question. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right now we are doing the second question. Okay, na?
Sir, I know the answer.
You have no answer to this.
No, sir, I know the answer.
Yeah. Just tell me in the class. No. Don't wait. Just tell the answer.
Sir, I might know the answer, I think. Sir, is it magnesium oxide?
Okay. What about you, Razan? Yes or no? Just agree or disagree to the answer. Just tell me.
Yes, sir.
The answer Suleiman has given that you were right. You were required to write the chemical formula of the ash that is formed. Like an ash is formed here when magnesium burns in presence of oxygen. Okay, na? So that ash that is collected here, that is magnesium oxide. Okay, na? The answer
Sir,
which
NGO.
Suleiman is giving. Yeah, MgO, that is MgO, magnesium oxide. Okay, na?
Okay, sir.
That is the thing. Okay, now you guys tell me what is an alkali. In the chapter acid, bases, and salts, we have learned about this.
Sir, can I tell?
Yeah,
I
sure.
don't think we have heard about alkali.
No, no, guys, we have learned about it.
Like a pH value that's more than 7. Okay, sir, I got it. I got it, sir.
Okay, it has a pH value more than 7. Okay, that is correct. But
Sir,
main thing you are
a
missing.
chemical substance, sir,
Hmm.
alkali is a substance, sir. We can say that which
Hmm.
forms salt when reacted with acid.
Okay, that is also correct. Very good. But a very basic thing you guys are missing in this. A very important thing you guys are missing. Yes, Fatima, assalamu alaikum.
pH value.
No, no, it's not about pH value, guys. Fatima, right now we are doing some practice questions. Fatima, please try to join the class on given time. What is an alkali? Guys, we know that as if you guys can recall the chapter acid, bases, and salts while we were doing the chapter, there I did told you that the bases which are soluble in water, they are called as alkali. The bases that are soluble in water, they are called as alkali. Getting it, guys?
Yes, sir.
As we were doing the chapter acid, bases, and salts, hope you guys can recall this. We did learn about the bases. So there we did also learn that bases are some of the bases that are soluble. Okay, the writing have been erased here, but while we were doing the chapter, there I wrote that the bases which are soluble in water, they are called as alkali. Okay, now? Okay, now you have to choose the correct answers. Everyone has to participate in these questions, okay? And all of you turn your cameras on in the class. The acid present in milk. Which acid is found in the milk?
Sir, lactic acid.
Okay, what about others?
Yes, sir.
Everyone agrees to this? Aman,
Yes.
Suleiman? Good. So that is lactic acid. Okay, next, the setting of curd is?
Chemical change. Chemical.
Read the whole option, which option you guys are answering. Of course, it's a chemical, but what kind of chemical is it?
Chemical reversible change.
Chemical reversible. Guys, think about it carefully.
Chemical irreversible. Yeah.
Hmm. Right now, it's chemical irreversible change. In fact, any chemical change is irreversible in nature. Okay, now? Usually the chemical changes are not reversible. So it's a chemically irreversible change. You can't obtain the milk back from the curd. Okay. Now you guys have to answer these questions as well. Like in amoeba, the food trap is the food that is trapped inside the body. It goes into the food vacuole. So how does this food vacuole help in the process of digestion? In amoeba, the food becomes trapped in the food vacuole. Like this is an amoeba. Okay. Let us say this is an amoeba, for example. This is the nucleus. And this is the food vacuole where the food goes. Okay, now this is the food vacuole. So how does the food vacuole in the amoeba help in digestion? Just take your time and answer this question.
Sir, can you please repeat the question?
It's written over here. The question number 3.
Oh, okay, sir.
You have to explain how does the food vacuole in amoeba help in digestion?
Sir, I think, sir, I know the answer.
Mm-hmm. Then don't
Sir,
wait, just tell me the answer.
but I need some time to think about it more, sir.
Okay, think about it. Yes, Fatima. Fatima, I was searching for your syllabus, but I haven't got your syllabus.
Sir,
I asked the team also.
in
Yeah.
the last class, I told you my syllabus, and you told me to just type it in the group, so I typed it.
Did I save that or not?
Sir,
Just let me check if I have saved that. Yeah, Aman.
sir, I know the answer.
Yeah, just tell
Sir,
me the answer.
in my science notebook,
Hmm.
sir, my school notebook, so it is written that the food vacuoles help in digestion in amoeba by
Hmm.
ingesting food, trapping
Hmm.
food, digesting food, and spinking.
Okay. You are
And
explaining about the
sir, they also
nutrition in
use
amoeba.
pseudopodia pseudopodia. They use their pseudopodia, sir, basically their
Hmm.
hands, to
Hmm.
digest food particles easily, sir.
Very good. But you are explaining the steps of nutrition, ingestion, digestion, absorption, assimilation in amoeba. But specifically, you have to answer how does this food
Okay,
vacuole
sir, I
help
got
in
it.
digestion? Okay. Others also think, others are silent. Razan, Suleiman, Fatima.
Sir, food vacuole, sir, it has to break down, sir, enzymes. So, sir, the cytoplasm in amoeba,
Hmm.
sir, it only helps in digesting food.
Okay. See, basically, the thing is that they will be the food vacuole has some important enzymes. Okay, now the food vacuole will be secreting the enzymes, and those enzymes will help to break down the food. Getting it now? So basically, the thing is that the food vacuole contains some digestive enzymes that breaks down the food. Okay, now, and once the food has been broken down, then it will go into the cytoplasm of the amoeba where it will be utilized to carry out different function. Let me explain this. What I'm saying, trying to say, say that this is an amoeba. Okay, this is the nucleus. So say from this opening, the it has obtained its prey from this opening. Let us say the prey goes. Let us say this is the food. Okay, let us say that this is a food, basically the prey. So it goes inside the body of the amoeba, and where will it go? It will go into the food vacuole. It will go inside the food vacuole. So here is the food inside the food vacuole now. Now what does the food vacuole does? It secretes some enzymes. Let me zoom it out. So these are some of the enzymes that are secreted by it. What are these? These are digestive enzymes. Getting it, guys?
Yes.
Digestive enzymes. Okay, and what does this digestive enzyme does? The function of the digestive enzyme is to break down that food. So thereby, this is the first step where the digestive enzymes are secreted. In the second step, food is broken food is broken down, and in the third step, that food which is has been broken down, now it will go into the cytoplasm. You guys understand what is cytoplasm now?
Sir.
Jelly fluid, like is fluid present inside the cell, that is called a cytoplasm. The one which I'm highlighting here, which I'm coloring here, that is the cytoplasm. Getting it now? So now the food, once it will be digested completely with the help of the digestive enzymes. Now that food will go into the cytoplasm where it will be utilized. Got this now? Okay, is it clear to everyone? Suleiman, you understood this? Aman, Fatima, yes or no? Guys, at least respond in the class. How would I know
Yes,
if
sir.
you guys are there in the class or not? Hmm. Okay, Fatima, I think you
Yes, sir.
told me that you have the chapter nutrition in plant, nutrition in animal, and heat is there.
Yes.
And there was one more chapter, I think you told me. There were four chapters in total, right now?
Fine.
Which chapter? Oh, five chapter.
Yes.
Okay, which were the other two chapters? Nutrition
Yes, sir.
plants,
I'll
nutrition.
just tell you.
Okay, okay. I think it was acid base and salt and physical and chemical change, I
I'll
think.
tell you, sir.
Okay,
It's
okay.
nutrition in plants, nutrition in animals, heat,
Hmm?
acid, bases, and salts, physical and chemical changes,
Hmm?
forests are lifeline,
Okay. Nutrition plant, nutrition in animal, acid bases and salts, physical and chemical change, forest our lifeline.
and heat.
Okay, and heat. Okay, okay. So all these chapters we have done in the batch. Okay, now.
Okay.
So see, everyone's syllabus has been finished in the batch. If they've and for Razan, I haven't received your syllabus right now. So right now we are going to be doing revisions in every class and practicing. We'll be practicing questions. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Hmm. Okay, guys, let's move to the next question. Name one organism that respires anaerobically. Okay, so this
Sir,
is a
yeast.
chapter from. Yeah, very good.
Yeast. Sir,
Repeat
human
again.
cells also.
Human cells,
Yeast.
yeast cell. Very good. And
Human cells.
human cells when we'll be doing some intense workout. So if
Muscles.
in the muscles of the human cells or in the animals, when our muscle cells will be doing anaerobic respiration, when the sufficient oxygen does not reaches to the muscles.
Sir,
Hmm.
can bacteria also be? Sir,
Exactly.
partially.
Not partially, completely. Okay, no?
And sir,
Bacterias are anaerobic.
worms.
No, not worms. Basically, bacterias.
Sir,
Bacterias are
parasites.
anaerobic. Parasites. When you say the term parasites, no. So, which parasite are you talking about? There are lots of parasites.
Hmm.
Okay, no. So basically, some of the bacteria would be anaerobic, meaning that they can respire without
I
oxygen.
also know about, sir, one also bacteria, sir, which is
Hmm.
also known as protozoans bacteria.
Protozoan is a different group of organism. It's not a bacteria. Okay, no. Protozoan is a different. Bacteria is different. Alga is different. Fungi is different. Virus is different. All of them are different groups of microorganisms. Okay, now we'll be learning about that in the 8th standard in detail. Okay, guys. So, by the way, this is a chapter from the respiration. So, for some of you, it might not be there. Like for Suleiman and Aman, for Suleiman and Fatima, it is not there in the
Sir,
syllabus.
but Sania ma'am did cover it for me.
Okay, that's good. How does this organism help in beverage and baking industry?
Benefits?
Yeah, sure.
It adds volume, texture, sound, not sound, color, taste.
No,
Sir, theater.
not exactly. Yes.
Sir, yeast adds volume to baked goods and sir enhances their, or sir, we can also say, sir, it upgrades their taste, texture, green color, eating quality, and etc.
Okay, what you guys is saying, it is. I'm not denying your answers. Okay, now, but it is not very specific. What the yeast does now, when you add, will be adding the yeast to the, let's say, glucose. So it will be converting it into alcohol. What does it does? It converts it into alcohol plus releases carbon dioxide gas.
Sir, it can also provide all food for fermentation.
Yes.
Sir, it can also provide all food for fermentation.
Basically, this procedure, the process where the glucose is broken down, glucose or sugar is broken down with the help of yeast into alcohol and carbon dioxide. That is called as fermentation, by the way. Okay. So by the help of the yeast, we are producing alcohol. Alcohol is produced in this manner. Getting it now? In the baking industry, also in place of glucose, like we have added the, let's say we have dough here. So when you add yeast to the dough rises. Why does it rise? Because of production of carbon dioxide gas in it. Okay, so that is how it is used. Okay, no? Okay, in the next question number 5, bile juice does not contain any digestive enzymes, yet it is essential for digestion. Why is it so? Mention some of the points about this. Yes, because go to the chapter nutrition in plants. There we have learned about the role of bile juice. Everyone will be required to answer this. This is a question that might be asked in the exam.
Sir, what did you do?
Repeat again.
What did you just do? I didn't hear you.
Are we seeing that like questions like this can come in the exam? So everyone attempt this question. Like basically you can mention what is the role of bile juice. That is what the question is asking. It is important for digestion. How is it important for digestion? What does it do? You guys do let me know if you'd like me to explain this. Otherwise, please at least mention few of the points, whatever you know about this. Yes. What happened, guys? Didn't we learn about the bile juice in the chapter nutrition in animals? Yeah. For those of you who have learned this chapter, didn't we learn about this in the class? Where's Fatima? What happened? Suleiman, Razan. Okay. Let me explain then. You guys are having your exams are very near. You should be revising the chapters properly. Hmm? See, bile juice is secreted by the liver. The liver secretes the bile juice. Okay, now? And it temporarily gets stored in the gallbladder. Liver secretes the bile juice. Bile juice will be for a temporary period of time gets stored in the gallbladder. Okay. That's about who secretes it and where does it get stored. But what is the function? So the function of the bile juice is that it helps to break down the fat into fatty acids and glycerol. What does it does? The bile juice, it will be converting the fat into simpler molecules called
Fatty acids.
fatty acids and glycerol.
Glucose.
Glycerol. Okay, now you can think of this in this manner. You can think that bile will be acting, it will be kind of breaking down the large molecules of fat into smaller molecules. Okay, now you can think that there's a big drop of fat. There's a big drop of fat. Okay, now and by the action of the bile juice, that big drop of fat will be converted into small drops of fats. Understanding this now? Okay, na? So this is what is the function. This is the function of the bile. So it will be kind of breaking down the fat into fatty acids and glycerol. Okay, na? So once it has been broken down into small droplets like this, so thereby it will be easier for the body to absorb it. Okay, now that is the thing. Okay, now further, this bile juice is also like a basic in nature. It is not acidic in nature. Okay, now that is one thing. Next thing is that the bile juice is secreted where? I mean to say, where does it goes to? Does it go to the stomach? Is this secretion coming to the stomach or is it coming to the small intestine or the large intestine? Which part of the alimentary canal receives the bile juice? We know that liver secretes it, gallbladder stores it, but where does it actually goes eventually? Finally, it goes into the small intestine, na guys. See, you guys are not revising the concepts on time, I think. Hmm. See, Okay. While we were doing the chapter, while we were learning about the different parts of alimentary canal, so we did learn the alimentary canal, or it starts from the mouth, right? Then further we have the esophagus or the food pipe. Then further, another part of the alimentary canal is the stomach, then large intestine, small intestine, and then the rectum and the anus. So as the food, after the digestion of food has been done in the, like, whatever part of food has been digested in the stomach, then it goes into the small intestine, right now. And small intestine is the site of complete digestion. Okay, now the food is completely digested in the small intestine, this coiled structure that you see here. Where is the pancreas? Can you guys see this pancreas over here, this yellow leaf like structure behind the stomach? That is the pancreas. Pancreas secretes pancreatic juice into the small intestine. Okay, that will be helping in converting the proteins into amino acids. Pancreas, what does it secretes? Pancreatic juice. And where is this juice secreted? It is secreted into the
Small intestine.
Are others not present today? Is only Razan present today? Yes, Suleiman, Aman, Fatima. What
Yes,
happened
sir.
to you guys? Mhm. Then the liver secretes the bile juice. For some time, for or a temporary amount of period of time, where is it stored?
Gallbladder.
Gallbladder. Okay, but where is the bile juice going? It is again going into the
Small intestine.
exactly small intestine. Okay, now further the walls of the small intestine also secretes juices. Now small intestine, the wall of the small intestine also secretes intestinal juices. Intestinal juices. Okay. Now what happens? The pancreatic juice will help in the digestion of protein. So it will be converting the, I'm writing it over here. Okay, not sufficient space there. So protein is converted into amino acids, isn't it, guys?
Yes.
Yeah. Bile juice converts fat into
Fatty acids. Fatty acids.
plus.
Glycerol.
Nice. Good. Very good. And the enzymes secreted present in the intestinal juices now, that will convert the carbohydrate into glucose. Getting it, guys? So that is the whole thing. Okay, na? Okay, moving on to the next question. Okay, so we did learn about several things. Yes, Razan.
Sorry, my mistake.
Okay, no, sure. Yeah, respiration in fish is different from humans. Explain in brief how fishes can breathe through gills. No need to draw the diagram. Just answer the question A of question number 6. First part of question number 6. Just explain how respiration in fish is different from humans.
When fishes are in water, they breathe fast to get oxygen.
Okay. Okay. Everyone add few points on this. Yes, Fatima.
So they breathe through gills.
They breathe through gills. Very good. So the organ used in humans and the fishes are different for breathing. Okay. The source of oxygen for us is air, but for the fish it is water. Right now. Furthermore, yes. Fishes would be taking the water into their mouth, and then that water is going to pass over the gills, and the gills are rich with the blood capillaries. So the gills are going to absorb the dissolved oxygen from water. Okay, na? And thereby whatever carbon dioxide has been produced in their body, it will be released into the water that will be passing through the gills. But in the case of we humans, we exhale the carbon dioxide from the lungs. Okay, na? It goes from the lungs via the nostrils. Okay, na?
Can I tell one point?
Yeah.
We are humans are warm-blooded and fishes are cold-blooded.
Okay, but that really is not related to this. Okay, no. You could have said that fishes, the breathing rate in fishes is faster as compared to the humans. Why the breathing rate in fishes is faster? Because, huh? Why the breathing rate in fish is faster as compared to humans?
Because in water, there will be no oxygen.
Less oxygen. It's not like
Less
no oxygen. Less oxygen is there in the water as compared to air. Okay, no. Okay, good. Okay, guys, what were the differences between arteries and veins, which we have learned in the class?
that we haven't learned.
Like for others, I'm asking, like for those of you who have studied this chapter. Okay, Fatima and Suleiman, for you guys, this chapter is not there. Respiration is not there, no?
Yes,
So,
sir.
okay, let's do one thing. Let's take up questions from other chapters. Okay, no?
Sir, can we do forest or lifeline?
Okay. Questions from Forest Our Lifeline.
Oh, sorry, actually heat.
Okay, okay. Let's do questions from Heat then. Okay, everyone is having this chapter in their half-yearly exam. Okay. First of all, the first question you guys tell me, what is the SI unit of heat? Hmm. Yes, what is the SI unit of heat? Guys, it's a simple question.
Um,
Yes, what do you guys think? What is the SI unit of heat? It's simple. Yes, none of you have answered it yet. It's Kelvin. Okay, na?
oh, yeah.
Hmm. Kelvin is the SI unit of heat. For those of you who haven't memorized it, memorize it now. Okay, na? Okay. Also, you guys tell me that what is conduction?
Sir, we,
Yes. Just explain. You have to explain. No need to write in the chat box. Just explain in the
sir,
class.
where you can like heat can pass through.
That is conductor. Conductor, conduction. There's a slight difference between the two. Conductor is a material. Conduction is a mode of transfer of heat. Okay, na? When we say conductor, conductor is a material. It's an object. Okay, na? While conduction, it is one of three mode of heat transfer. Getting it, guys? Yeah. Yes, Suleiman, Fatima, Aman,
Yes, sir.
Razan. Yeah. What is conduction? Guys, this is such a basic question. We have learned about this in the class. Huh? We did learn it's the process of transfer of heat. Yeah.
From
Hmm.
from one object to another.
Or from the hot end of the object to the cold to its cold end, where the heat energy will be passed from one particle to another through collision. Okay, na? Through collision. So conduction is the transfer of heat through a given solid material with the movement of the with the due to the transfer of energy from one particle to another via collision. Hmm. So heat is transferred via conduction method in solids only. Keep that thing in our mind also. Okay, na? The conduction of heat via the transfer of heat via conduction will take place in the solids only. Getting it now?
Yes.
Got this now. Okay. Okay, then do tell me what is convection? Yes. Hmm. Yes, anyone? What is conduction? And where will it occur? Will it occur in solid, in liquid, in gas, or more than two options? More than one option?
Sir, it will occur in solid.
It
No,
will
sir,
occur
gas
only in gas?
and solid.
In
No. It will occur in the gas and in the liquids. Okay, na? Convection
Okay.
takes place in the gases and in the liquids. So it's a mode of transfer of heat in the gas and as well as in the liquids. Okay. But what is the definition to this? Define this now. Yes, Suleiman. Define convection. Why you guys are taking this much of time? Guys, haven't we learned about the sea breeze, land breeze, all those concepts we have learned about now? Yeah.
Sir,
Mm-hmm.
sir, convection is like,
Hmm.
how do I?
Convection
Sir,
is the. Mhm.
sir, the movement of particles through substance.
Okay, only that much. Like convection is the mode of transfer of heat that involves
Their
the
heat energy from hotter areas to colder.
okay with the movement of the molecules, with the movement of the particle from the hotter end to the colder end. While in the case of conduction, what we have learned that the molecules are going to vibrate. The particles, I mean to say that you have an iron object here. This is an iron rod. So you are heating it from one of the end. So you are going to heat it from this end. So the heat is going to transfer from end A to the end B. But how does it get transferred? Does the particles from end A gets up and goes to the end B? That does not happen in the case of the conduction now. The particles are going to remain at this end. It's not like they are going to shift to the other end. Getting it what I'm trying to say? But rather what happens, they starts to vibrate. When they are heated, they gain so much of energy and they start to vibrate. So when lots of particles, these particles are intact, no, they are compactly packed. So they are going to vibrate the particles next to them also. Like if this particle is going to vibrate, the other one is also going to vibrate, the third one, fourth one, all of them will be vibrating now. So this vibration is basically called as collision. What do we call them as? Call this as collision.
collision.
Getting it, Fatima, Suleiman, Razan, and Aman.
Yes.
So due to the collision between the particles, heat is transferred from end A to end B. That was in the case of conduction. But say you are boiling a water, okay, you are boiling the water. So there what we see that in the case of the boiling of the water, these are the molecules of the water at the base. These are the particles of the water at the base of the container here. So they are going to get heat up now. They're going to get heat up very fast. So when they're heated, they expand. When they're heated, they expand and they rise up. But as they come close to the surface of the water, they again become cold and they condense. I mean, to the size reduces and then again they go back to the bottom. So here, what you're seeing that the whole water in this container is going to heat up due to the movement of the molecules of water in this. Due to the movement of the molecules of water in it. Getting it, guys?
Yes.
If anyone is not getting it, please let me know. I will be repeating it. Huh? So convection is basically the one of the mode of transfer of heat which involves the movement of the particles from one place to another. Okay, na? Where the hot particles will be rising upward due to its less density. Okay, na? It rises up because its density That is one thing. Okay. So this is how convection takes place. What about radiation? Explain radiation.
Energy that travels from one place to another.
Not like that. This others.
Mm,
Yeah, definitions are important, guys. This is asked. Okay, no?
Like
In the exam.
a form,
Mm-hmm.
like waves, particles.
Mm-hmm. Not in that manner. Fatima, what happened? Suleiman, Razan, Aman, what happened to you guys? Yes, guys, we have done this chapter in the batch, no? So thereby, while we were doing the chapter, we learned that radiation is the mode of transfer of heat which does not require any medium. For conduction, conduction takes place in a medium and the medium is solid. Conduction only takes place in the solid objects, while convection takes place in the gases and the liquid medium. While for radiation does not require. So radiation is such a mode of transfer of heat which does not require any medium. Getting it now? Yes, is that clear to everyone or not? So it's a process of transfer of heat from hotter to a colder body. Okay. Also, it will be in the form of waves. The heat will travel from one body to another in the form of electromagnetic waves, more specifically in the form of electromagnetic waves, and it does not require any medium. So, what are the examples of radiation? Where do we get to see that heat is transferring from one medium to another without the requirement of medium? We have the classic example of sun's heat. No, the sun's heat is coming onto Earth via radiation. No, the place where the atmosphere is ending. So beyond that, is there any medium? It's basically vacuum. The space is vacuum. There isn't any medium there now. Yes. So thereby the
Can you
sun's.
take this board here?
Yeah, sure. So thereby the sun's heat is coming to the Earth's surface via radiation. Keep that in mind. Okay, no. So the unique thing about radiation is that unlike conduction and convection, the transfer of heat via radiation does not require a medium. Okay, now that is one thing. Also, the transfer of heat takes place in the form of electromagnetic waves here. Keep that thing in mind. Okay. Okay, and from the chapter heat, we have learned about the different type of thermometers also. So, what are the different type of thermometers, guys?
Clinical and laboratory.
Only these two. There were few other examples also. Yeah, Suleiman, where are you? Are you guys even there in the class? Exams are near. If you guys are not going to be responsive, how are you going to perform in the exam then?
I'm having internet issue. I can barely hear you.
Okay, okay. Is that the problem?
Yes.
Okay, okay. Yeah, there's one more thermometer. There are basically three types of thermometers are there. Okay, now one is the clinical thermometer, also called as doctor thermometer. Clinical thermometer. Then you have the laboratory thermometer. The third one is minimum and maximum thermometer. Okay, now which is used in the weather forecasting to tell us about the minimum and maximum temperature throughout the day. Got this now?
Sir, but I haven't learned this one in school.
Repeat
This-
again.
I haven't learned this thermometer in school.
Oh, okay, okay. No issues, no issues. Let me tell you about that. Okay, now. So there are basically three types of thermometers. You have clinical thermometer, you have the laboratory, and the minimum and maximum thermometer. Minimum and maximum thermometer is used in the field of meteorology. Meteorology, or basically
What's that?
in yeah in weather forecast. Okay, now in weather forecast it is used. Okay, now like you guys might have seen the weather reports. So weather reports, their different data is mentioned now. In the weather report, what is the humidity in the air, what are the chances of rainfall, what is the temperature of that day, what is the speed of the wind, in which direction wind is flowing, how much is the air pressure. All of that is mentioned in the weather forecast report. In a weather report, all of that is mentioned. Okay, and if you guys would mention observe a weather forecast report on a weather forecast report, so there the minimum and maximum temperature of that day will be mentioned. Like in the like if you to open the Google, there also you can find the weather report of today in your specific area. So how do we calculate? Let us say that minimum temperature that went in the that is there is 20 degrees Celsius, and the maximum temperature is 28 degrees Celsius. So this minimum and maximum temperature that will be there on a specific day is calculated using the help of the minimum and maximum thermometer. Getting it, guys? Okay, I have
Yes,
few
sir.
questions from this. You guys mentioned the range of the reading, range of the clinical and laboratory thermometer. Hmm.
Clinical is from 32 to 40.
No.
35 to
35 to?
42.
What about others? Fatima? Yes, Fatima, what is the range of clinical thermometer? Okay, you tell me what is the range of laboratory thermometer?
10 to negative 110.
No, you're saying wrong, opposite. You're saying opposite. Suleiman, if you can hear me, what is the range of laboratory thermometer?
Yes.
Yeah. For clinical, Razan has said, and that is correct.
Sir.
35.
Sir, minus 10 to 110 degrees.
Minus 10 to 100 and?
10 degrees.
Yeah.
110.
Very good.
110.
Razan, were you going to answer the same?
Yes.
So that is the range. Okay. Now you guys tell me which one of them does not have. Okay, first of all, Fatima, you tell me. The question is to Fatima, what is the role of king? Explain the role of king. Next, you guys will be answering in which the king is absent. In which of the thermometer king is absent?
Sir, to show like the temperature.
Repeat again, Fatima.
To show the temperature, like the kink is there, and
To show the temperature. To show the temperature, we have the reading, like a scale is there.
yeah, inside that kink is there, right?
The kink is there, but what exactly does it do? What is its function? That is the question.
Mm.
Yeah, you guys had to tell me, Suleiman and Razan, you guys had to tell me which clinical thermometer does not have a kink.
Laboratory thermometers.
Okay, what about you, Suleiman?
What's it?
Which one of them does not have a kink in it? This is structure which I have drawn here, that is called as kink. Okay, now, as you guys would be aware.
Sir,
Laboratory
laboratory
thermometer.
thermometer does not have a king.
Okay, no? Good, both of you. Now, Fatima see, and others also see. Okay, if anyone would like to explain the role of king, then they can. Yes.
Can I tell one point of kink?
Okay.
Like where it is located?
Okay, you can tell it.
Kink is located at the bottom of the laboratory clinical thermometer.
Okay. Like this is the bulb of the thermometer. Okay. And after the bulb, you will see a constriction over here. Okay, now you will see this constriction, and that constriction is king.
Can you tell one more point?
Yeah, sure.
It prevents the mercury from falling
Falling back to the bulb. Okay, that was the answer I was looking for. Okay, now the kink in the clinical thermometer, it prevents the mercury from dropping back to the bulb once it is removed from the body. So once I have removed the thermometer from the body, if this were to be a straight path, like if it were to be straight, okay, now so thereby the mercury will immediately fall back to the bulb now. So this is bent like this. So thereby this kink will prevent the mercury from immediately falling back into the bulb once the thermometer has been taken out the body. So this allows us to get an accurate reading of the patient's temperature. Okay, now. Okay. Also, should we touch the bulb while measuring the temperature?
What, sir?
Should we hold the thermometer by the bulb?
No.
No. Okay, now we should not do that. Otherwise, there will be error in the reading. Okay, now there will be error in the reading. Okay. Okay, that is one thing. Furthermore, we have learned about few other things. Okay, what is the normal body temperature?
35, 37.
No. Others? Same answer or different? Yes. It's 37 degrees Celsius. Okay, no? Shouldn't be thinking this much in a basic question. Okay, the main thing you guys explain what is heat. How do we explain heat? What is heat and what is temperature? All of you try to define it in your own words. Yes, guys, answer this before the class ends.
Heat is like smoke.
Heat is basically a form of energy, no?
Yes.
And that flows from a hotter object to a colder object. As simple as that. It's a form of energy that flows from a hotter object to a colder object, or the hotter end of an object to its colder end. Okay, now that is one thing. Okay, then what is temperature? How do we define temperature?
It's used to check.
Yes. How do we define temperature? Fatima, what happened? Suleiman. Heat is a form of energy that travels from a hotter region to colder region. Good. Talking about temperature. Yes, guys, define the temperature quickly. Yes, what is temperature? Temperature is nothing but the hotness or coldness of an object. Now, it's a measurement of how hot or how cold an object is.
Yes.
Isn't it? So temperature is the measure of hotness or coldness of an object, and that we will express in different scales, like it is expressed in the Fahrenheit scale, Celsius scale, or the Kelvin scale. Got this now? So it is the measure of hotness or coldness of an object. It is measured in different scales, namely we have the Celsius scale, Fahrenheit, and the last one is Kelvin now. So these are the three different scales in which temperature is measured. Okay, now that is something. Also, we know that our sense of touch can deceive us sometimes. Okay, now we did learn about the experiment. Remember, guys, for those